Alrighty, folks, it is Sunday, August 3rd, 2025, and we're now 5-0 in our last 5 chairman plays on my premium page. So if you want to see which one of these free plays on this video here today that I actually like the best, once again, we're 5-0 in our last 5 chairman plays, and the good news is I've got another chairman pick going off here today for Sunday. That play's already posted and ready for access in the post section. Of course, if you sign up for that chairman membership, you're going to get access to that package every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. Going to be included with your membership. Of course, if you want to get access to all of my premium plays, you may want to think about signing up for my full access, all-inclusive Gold Club membership. Gold Club members get access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And with that, folks, before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to my free pick video here today for Sunday, August 3rd, 2025. Happy Sunday to you. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. And if you're joining me for the first time here today, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks on YouTube since 2016. Of course, if you don't need access to all of my premium selections, but maybe you could use like one a day, my daily best play is going to run you just $1.99 for 30 days worth of access. The math works out to be just 6 cents a day. Of course, I have plenty of free content on my premium page as well, including my current overall win-loss record. You can access that right now in the post section. You do not have to pay anything to take a look at that. Just go to the post section and scroll down until you find it. I currently have over 2,600 members who are signed up and active on my premium page as of right now. And with that, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. Astros, Red Sox, 11:35 Eastern first pitch. Houston's minus $1.25, totals 8.5. Lucas Giolito for the Bo Sox, Framber Valdez for Houston. And looks like we should have a real good matchup on the hill in this one. Houston's Framber Valdez is 11-4 with an ERA of 2.62. He's also punched out 141 batters and currently has a 1.11 whip. Meanwhile, he's squaring off against a 7-2 Lucas Giolito. ERA in the 3s, averaging just about a strikeout an inning. Now, 4 out of the Bo Sox last 5 at Fenway did fall under the total. 60% to the under in their last 10 at any location. Meanwhile, Houston games went 60% to the under in their last 10 themselves. Give me the under 8.5 runs. Dodgers Rays 12:10 Eastern first pitch. The LA Dodgers are the $2 favorite. Totals 9 runs. Yoshi Yamamoto for Los Angeles. Joe Boyle for Tampa Bay. Now, the Rays dropped 8 out of their last 10 ball games, and they're facing a Dodger club who typically pitches well away from home. LA's allowing just 7.7 hits a game on the road. They're nearly in the top 5 in fewest runs allowed in their travels. Of course, on the mound, the Dodgers have a 9-win Yoshi Yamamoto on the hill. 133 strikeouts and a 2.63 ERA. When it comes to the total, the Dodgers' last 8 straight road games stayed under the number. Tampa contest went 7-3 the under in their last 10. Give me the Dodgers minus 1.5, under 9. Brewers Nationals 135 East. Milwaukee's $1.70, totals 8. Jacob Mizorowski for the Brewers. Brad Lord for Washington. The Lord's just 2-5 on the year. Washington with losses in their last 4 straight. Now, to 54 total contests in the nation's capital, and that's currently have a .388 win percentage. And most of that is on these Washington pitchers. The Nationals allow over 5.7 runs a game at Nationals Park. And they're facing a dangerous Milwaukee lineup who pounds the baseball on the road. The Brewers average 9.7 hits a game in their travels. They're amongst the highest run-scoring teams in the game. Christian Yelich, 21 homers, 72 ribbies. William Contreras, on-base percentage of .354. Now, 3 out of the Brew Crew's last 4 road games did get over the total. 7-3 to the over in their last 10 at any location. I like the Brewers minus 170 over 8. Royals, Blue Jays, 137 East. Toronto's $1.35, totals 8. Chris Bassett for the Blue Jays. Seth Lugo for Kansas City. And even though Lugo's been real good this year, the Royals have a losing record in their travels. And they're facing a Blue Jays team who's been tough to face at Rogers Center. Toronto's 38-18 in their own building. 5.3 runs a game they're averaging on their own field. Vlad Guerrero, on-base percentage of .397. Bo Bichette, club leader in runs batted in. Toronto games went 7-3 to the over in their last 10. 63% to the over in all of their contests on their own diamond. Give me the Blue Jays minus 135 over 8. Twins, Guardians, 140 East. Cleveland's $1.75, totals 9. Joey Cantillo for the Guardians. Jose Urena for Minnesota. The Twins have a winning record against the run line on the road, doing a nice job against these Cleveland batters. Out of the Twins' last 10 meetings with the Guardians, they've held Cleveland to just 3.3 runs a game during that span. As far as this season's concerned, well, the Twins are walking fewer batters per 9 than any other pitching staff. And they're facing a Cleveland squad who can't hit for shit at Progressive Field. They're in the bottom 3 in hits per game at home. Just 3.8 runs a game they're averaging in their own stadium. Now, Cleveland home games went 4-3 to the under in their last 7. 60% to the under in their last 10 at any location. I like the Twins plus 1.5, under 9. Yankees, Marlins, 140 East. Miami's $1.20, totals 8 runs. Edward Cabrera for Miami. Luis Gil making his season debut for New York. Now, Gil's backed by a Yankee lineup who loves to hit on the road. New York's averaging over 9.3 hits a game in their travels. Top 3 in runs per game on the road. And they're facing a Miami team who tends to pitch poorly at Lone Depot Park. They're in the bottom 10 in runs allowed on their own diamond. And starting pitcher Edward Cabrera comes into today's contest with a losing 4-5 record on the year. Now, 2 out of the Yankees' last 3 on the road did get over the total. 7-3 to the over in their last 10 at any location. I like the Yankees plus $1 over 8. Giants, Mets, 140 Eastern first pitch. New York's $1.55, totals 9. Frankie Montas for New York. Carson Whisenhunt for San Francisco. And Whisenhunt's struggled. The Giants have struggled. San Francisco took the loss in 7 out of their last 8 games. And they averaged just 2.7 runs a game during that stretch. They're actually striking out over 9.3 times per contest on the road. Bottom 3 in hits per contest. And they're facing a Mets pitching staff who's been tough to hit against at Citi Field. They're allowing just 3.5 runs a game in Flushing, Queens. 9.2 strikeouts per 9 in their own building. And starting pitcher Frankie Montas comes into today's contest with just 1 recorded loss on the year. It's actually a 3-1 record. Now, 3 out of the Mets' last 4 home games stayed under the total. 7-3 to the under in their last 10 at any location. Meanwhile, Giants games went 60% to the under in their last 10 themselves. I like the Mets minus 155, under 9. Orioles, Cubs, 220 Eastern start. Chicago's $1.90, totals 8. Colin Ray for the Cubs, Brandon Young for Baltimore. Young's 0-5 with an ERA of 6.63. And as a staff, the O's are giving up a handful of runs per game. Actually allowing 9.1 hits per contest. And they're facing a dangerous Cubs lineup, league leaders in runs per game. PCA with 78 RBI, Seiya Suzuki 81 RBI himself. Of course, as a team, the Cubs are winning 65% of their interleague home games. 6 out of Chicago's last 10 contests got over the total. Give me the Cubs -1.5 over 8. Pirates, Rockies, 3:10 Eastern start. Pittsburgh's $1.45, totals 11.5. Mitch Keller for the Pirates, Bradley Blaylock for Colorado. Now, Blaylock's got just one win on the year, ERA in the 7s. And as a staff, the Rockies allow nearly a dozen hits a game at Coors Field. They're giving up more runs per contest than any other team. And they're facing a Pirates club who's actually done a nice job at the plate in this series. Pittsburgh scored 21 total runs through 2 contests in Denver. Now, 3 out of the Pirates' last 5 road games got over the total. Rocky games went 7-3 to the over in their last 10. I like the Pirates -145, over 11.5. Diamondbacks, Athletics, 405 East. The A's are $1.20, totals 10. Jack Perkins for the A's, Eduardo Rodriguez for Arizona. And even though Ed Rod's had his fair share of shaky outings, the D-backs are a top 5 run-scoring team in the National League. Ketel Marte, OPS of 943. Corbin Carroll, 14 stolen bases, OPS of 869. And they're facing an A's club who's definitely had their fair share of problems against National League opponents. The A's have a .350 win percentage in their interleague road games. And as a staff, the A's are allowing 5.4 runs a game on the mound. Give me the Diamondbacks +$1, over 10. White Sox, Angels, 405 East. LA's $1.30, totals 9. Jack Kokonowitz for Los Angeles. Sean Burke for Chicago. Burke's just 4-8 with an ERA of 4.17. And these Chicago pitchers have definitely struggled with control. They're in the bottom 3 in walks per game, bottom 3 in strikeouts. And they're facing an Angel club who's actually got a winning record against American League opponents at home. Taylor Ward, 25 homers, 78 ribbies. Nolan Schanuel, on-base percentage of .365. Now, Angel contests went 60% to the over in their last 10. Chicago with overs in 7 out of their last 10 themselves. Give me the Angels -130, over 9. Cardinals, Padres, 410 East. San Diego's $1.90, totals 8.5. Dylan Cease for the Pods. Andre Polani for St. Louis. Now, Polani's just 6-7 on the year. Cardinals with losses in 5 out of their last 7. They've also struggled in their road games this year. The Redbirds have a .342 win percentage against National League competition on the road. And they're facing a Padres team who's got a .722 win percentage against National League opponents at Petco Park. They've been tough to hit against on their own ball field. San Diego's limiting opposing sluggers to under 7.1 hits a game at Petco Park. And starting pitcher Dylan Cease, he comes into today's matchup with 153 strikeouts on the year. Now, 6 out of San Diego's last 10 outings did stay under the total. Cardinal games went 7-3 to the under in their last 10. I like the Padres -1.5, under 8.5 runs. Rangers, Mariners, 410 Eastern start. Texas is $1.45, totals 8. Jacob deGrom for the Rangers. Logan Evans for Seattle. Now, Evans has a handful of wins on the year, does not have a losing record. And the Mariners as a team, they've also done a nice job against divisional opponents. They're 13-5 against the AL West at home, and they're limiting opposing teams to just 3.8 hits a game in their own building. They're facing a Texas team who's notoriously struggled at the plate. The Rangers average just 7.6 hits a game in the box, bottom 10 in runs per game. Now, 2 out of the M's last 3 home games stayed under the total, 8-2 to the under in their last 10 at any location. I like the Mariners plus 1.5, under 8. And with that, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown for the video. Tigers, Phillies, 7:10 Eastern start. Philadelphia's $1.90, total 7.5. Christopher Sanchez for Philadelphia. Charlie Morton making his season debut for Detroit. Morton actually recorded 7 wins for Baltimore on the year, 101 strikeouts. Newly acquired Charlie Morton. Of course, as a team, the Tigers have actually had a pretty good week. Winners of 5 out of their last 6. 7.5 runs a game they averaged during that stretch. Riley Green, 26 homers, 84 RBI. Gleyber Torres on-base percentage in the high 300s. They're facing a Philly team who dropped 4 out of their last 6 themselves. Pitching staffs struggled a bit during that time frame. The Phils allowed nearly 6 runs a game on average during that span. They've also had their issues on the bump at the bank. Philadelphia's in the bottom 10 in runs allowed at home. Now, 8 out of the Tigers' last 10 outings did get over the total. Detroit contest went 7-3 the over in their last 10. Give me the Tigers plus 1.5, over 7.5 runs. And with that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Give me the under 8.5 in that Astros-Red Sox matchup. Dodgers minus 1.5, under 9. I'm 5-0 in my last 5 chairman plays on my premium page. Brewers minus 170, over 8. Blue Jays minus 135, over 8 runs. Twins plus 1.5, under 9. Yankees plus $1, over 8. Mets minus 155, under 9. Cubs minus 1.5, over 8 runs. Pirates minus 145, over 11.5. Diamondbacks plus $1, over 10. Angels minus 130, over 9. Padres minus 1.5, under 8 and a hook. Mariners plus 1.5, under 8. Give me the Tigers plus 1.5, over 7.5 runs. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. And just a friendly reminder, if you do end up getting a membership here today on my premium page, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. Going to be included with your membership. But most importantly, folks, got to thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Sunday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium page.